I'm Ruben. I came here because I kind of started to feel disconnected with nature, and I hope to just become more connected to the outdoors and be able to go outside and just identify plants and just be able to live kind of on the ground.
I'm Shane. Hi, I'm from Massachusetts. And I'm basically here to learn the skills and then one day hopefully pass them on to somebody else and take advantage of this opportunity to learn all this cool stuff.
My name is Son. Past almost year, been working with a collective of folks in New York, where I've been living, and through them working outside. It's a collective of folks doing permaculture, and there's shared properties, 11 properties, and they cook with rocket stoves outdoors all the time, and a lot of outside stuff, and just kind of that process been waking me up. And I think the permaculture thing is great, but I think it can be taken to another level, that level being more of a connection with the earth.
Everybody has their water containers filled. Let me just make sure, right? Okay. All right, we'll fill it up then. Make sure that everybody has. I'm going out with adequate gear. You know, it's a lot easier to give them something that they need now as opposed to being out in the bush and missing stuff.
We start the apprenticeship with the inventory trip. The inventory trip is just that. You take inventory of your skill sets out in the woods with the gear that you decided to bring with you. So for a number of days, and we keep that number vague, you're out there working with people to get shelter, water, fire, and food. Notice how I said working with people. Community makes all the difference. The instructors aren't looking to see how good somebody is at the skills. They're looking to see where their edge is with each skill. And many folks will flourish in 1, 2, maybe 3 of the categories we're looking for, and that's great. We'll feed them the next level. If they can make a sustainable fire in under 15 minutes with 1 match, we'll move them to ferro rod. If they can do so with a ferro rod, we'll move them to bow drill, then bow drill off the landscape with rock tools, strap drill. There's always another edge. What we want to do is bring them to these edges and then watch and see how they perform, not just for themselves, but are they taking into consideration the rest of the group, the crew that they're relying on as well? Who are the self-starters, and where are the people who would rather choose to wither away in a corner in a fetal position? So by the end of this inventory trip, they know, and we know, whether or not they're up to reintegrating with the landscape in a way where you have to provide for yourself, your shelter, your water, your fire, and your food. If you have that hunger to be able to pursue that, then we're going to ask those people to stay.
I didn't realize what my capabilities were, and I'm sure they're not even close to where they can be, and that's why I'm here at the school. But like again with the tracking, once a few of the tracks pointed out to me, it felt like not every other track, but most of them ended up popping out, and it just made me realize how much there is in this world that goes unnoticed, that I didn't notice, and am now clearly starting to notice, and will continue noticing more of it. And yeah,
it's been just an overall general awareness of myself in relationship to what's around me. I had developed that to a degree, but it's been 12, maybe closer to 15 years since I've been outdoors in any real capacity, any real sense of the word. And it's amazing how quickly it leaves you, but amazing how quickly it comes back too. And yet at the same time, I realize that even to the extent that that little bit had been developed, or that it had been developed, it's just a little bit compared to being around you all and just the wealth, the depth of knowledge and information that's out there that I didn't even begin to realize on an internal level. So really looking forward to this apprenticeship and